Hello everybody from Baton Rouge. I don't think I'm saying it correctly, but I am here and I'm very overwhelmed to be among, wow, look at all my grandpas and grandmas. So everyone say hello. Yay. Okay, so you must be wondering why we're in a room and not at the Korean War Memorial. Well, we have a story. But before that, I do have to mention something. So yesterday, I suffered a slight concussion in Little Rock, and I got a speeding ticket because it was a 7-hour drive. And I was like, oh, I'm hurting everywhere, and I'm just kind of miserable at night. And I woke up, I was like, oh my goodness. And then I come here, I look at you, and I'm like, all pain is gone. I just wanted to say that. Okay, so I'd like to introduce Alex. She worked so hard to gather all my grandpas and grandma here. She represents the Secretary of Veterans Affairs for the state of Louisiana. So please.
Hi everyone and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're so excited. Secretary Strickland really wanted to be here. Unfortunately, duty called, so he couldn't be here, but he wanted to make sure that we were able to highlight one of our favorite museums here in Baton Rouge, the USS Kidd, and also have an opportunity for all of our veterans at our homes that could get here to have an opportunity to meet Hannah, and we really wanted to thank you for your efforts to bring so much awareness to the forgotten war. Thank you, Hannah. And we also have here with us David Beard, Executive Director of the USS Kidd, and our very generous host for the day's event. So, David?
Yeah, very glad to have all these fine Korean War era veterans here at the museum. We're really proud of how well our preserved destroyer, USS Kidd, represents that era. We have the Korean War Monument out here in Memorial in our plaza.
That's where we're going to go after.
So that's where everybody will go here shortly.
But my question was,
yes.
So the ship is a museum.
Correct.
And I hear that the ship had 3 tours, Tim? 3 tours in Korea.
3 tours in Korea.
Can you say a little bit, tell us a little bit about that?
Well, Tim is actually our specialist on all the particular details.
So we have the content.
Yay, Tim! He tells it so much better than I can possibly do it.
You just want to get me on camera where I'm sweating. Well, the USS Kidd started out in World War II, and after the war, she was decommissioned in San Diego. And when the Korean War broke out, they brought her back into commission, and she did 3 tours of duty, did a lot of duty, kind of anti-submarine patrols on the East Coast. She spent a lot of time at Wonsan in the harbor. It's apparently, I've never been to Wonsan, but apparently it's very mountainous around the harbor area, and there were a lot of gun emplacements up in cave complexes, and she would tour around the harbor quite a bit, circling, and the guns would be rolled out on big railroad tracks and take her under fire, and when they revealed themselves, the gun flashes would reveal the positions, then a cruiser or a battleship further out, which had a longer distance of firing, would take those under fire and knock those out. So she was a decoy.
So I do hear that it patrolled the peninsula right before the armistice, and as you all know, President Trump and the North Korean leader will be meeting soon, very, very soon, and I'm hoping that the peace talks will be successful so that, you know, there will be lasting peace on the peninsula, and not only South Korea will be enjoying freedom, but the northern part as well. But I have to thank, and thank you so much for hosting us, but I have to thank some beautiful ladies who brought so many of my grandpas from very far away. So I hear there are 3 homes represented. If you can just say where, of course, your name and where you came from today.
Yes, my name is Julie Benoit, and we're from Jennings, Louisiana. Our home is called Southwest Louisiana Veterans Home. We brought 11 veterans with us today, and we are so honored to meet you, Ms. Kim, and thank you for everything you do for the veterans.
Well, I heard that it's almost 2 hours away, right?
Yes.
Yes. So you know what? Me driving 7 hours here, it's nothing. Nothing. And Sharon.
Yes. Hi.
Hello.
Thank y'all for having us. My name is Sharon Williams. I'm from the Louisiana Veterans Home in Jackson, Louisiana. And I would always like to say we're the mothership. We're #1 as our Veterans Home. And we brought 7 veterans today. And we thank y'all for having us out.
Yes. Oh, thank you. And one more home. There's 3. Oh, there she is, hiding back there. So if you can shout where you're from.
Yes, I'm Michelle Blenders. I'm one of the activities assistants. We're from Reserve, Louisiana. We're the Southeast Louisiana Veterans Home, #5 in the state, holding up the rear. And I brought 3 veterans with us today.
Thank you so much. And I just want to introduce John. John is not a Korean War veteran, but he is a Vietnam War veteran. And yes, he's holding a card that says, "I can't talk, but I understand and can write." But I just heard that he goes everywhere to volunteer for veterans and takes care of my Korean War veteran grandpa. So I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to thank you also for your service and sacrifice. So thank you.
Also, Miss Kim, we have Mr. Sam.
Oh.
He's also a veteran, and we brought today that helps us with all the, when we go on trips.
Thank you. Well, I always say it's the younger generations that have to carry the legacy of our older generations and, of course, support them. So thank you so much for being here. Last but not least, she is a veteran herself, and so is her husband, and she baked these sweets. And now you really want to be here and join us, right? Look at this. Oh my goodness. And so, yes, so while we are going to enjoy these sweets, I hope you will continue to watch, because later I'll show you the memorial that is outside. So thank you so much. This is my real state number 25. Halfway there, yay, yay, yay. In my 50 state, 70 city, 90-day journey across America to honor veterans and promote peace. Thank you, bye.